Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is wonderful to welcome you to Baltimore Hebrew congregation as we celebrate the Bat Mitzvah of Shayna Alter. More about that in a moment. Let's simply begin with song in your blue book, in the prayer book, on page 190. That's not the page.
It's not the right page. Sorry about that.
Pardon me, I've got the page wrong, so give me a moment to give you the right page. On page 644, we begin with Hine Matov. That's in the blue book, page 644.
Hine Matov u'manayim
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Hine Matov u'manayim Shevet achim gam yachad Hine Matov u'manayim Shevet achim gam yachad Hine Matov u'manayim Shevet achim gam yachad
Hine
Matov u'manayim
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Hine Matov u'manayim Shevet achim gam yachad.
Page 185. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Page 196.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata
Bihi Tehorahi.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata
Bihi Tehorahi.
Ata verata, ata yitzarta,
Ata nefahta bi.
ve'ata meshama, meshama b'kirbi. Elohai,
Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bihi Tehorahi. Let's pause on this page 196, 197 together. I was waiting till we were on a relatively normal page in the book, so you have a sense of what you're looking at. Not all pages look like this, but this is the most normal page layout. The two pages you're looking in front of you, page 196, 197, are one prayer. As you will note, we will never do all the material on any one page, but as we turn pages, you'll have an understanding why it is we're skipping as much material as we are. The book purposely has options within it. You're frankly free to explore those options while Shayna, the cantor, and I are leading our way through the service. an explanation beginning from the upper right corner of page 196. On the right-hand side, on that upper corner, you have, of course, the Hebrew. Parallel to that, you see transliteration. You see the Hebrew written in English letters, if you find that helpful. And below that, you have a fairly literal translation of the prayer as a whole. The other side of the page, the facing page on 196, has variations on the theme. And we'll be moving back and forth, but we'll tell you what page to get to. Below the line at the bottom of the page are simply comments one way or another. As I said, feel free to explore, but we also encourage you to participate. Shayna has prepared to lead us in prayer today as she celebrates becoming a bat mitzvah, and it's only successful for her leading us in prayer if we follow throughout the service. And so when asked to read together in the English, please do. If familiar with the Hebrew at any point, please join in. As we turn now to page 201, we read together. As I awaken, let this be my thought. May my day be filled with acts of loving kindness. Let me be drawn to learning and discernment, and may my actions be shaped by mitzvot. Keep me from iniquity, disgrace, and sin. May I not be overwhelmed by temptation or despair. Distance me from evil people and false friends. Let me cultivate a life of goodness. May my hands reach out in kindness, and I will serve God through acts of righteousness. Today and every day, may I merit your mercy by living my life with compassion and love. Holy One of blessing, draw me to your words. Teach me the art of sacred living. Baruch atah Adonai, hamilamed chasadim tovim la'amo Yisrael. Page 218.
We sing the bottom two lines, beginning with Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. For Shabbat, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. For Shabbat, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kohan Shabbat, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kohan Shabbat, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
We continue with the call to worship on page 226. Please rise. together on page 228. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uvarei chosheh, Oseh shalom uvarei et hakol, Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha berachamim, Uvtuvo mechadesh b'hol yom tamid ma'aseh bereshit, Ma rabu ma'aseha Adonai, Kulam behokma asita, Mala haaretz kinyanecha, Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, Al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, Ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifararuha selah, or Hadash al Tion ta'ir, V'nizkeh kulanu mehera le'oro. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer ha'me'orot. Page 230. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. On account of our forebears, who trust led you to teach them the laws of life, be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds on your mitzvot. Unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we will never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Together, gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to your land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly, you drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praise be you, Adonai, who chooses your people in Israel in love. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
We continue on page 234. Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשיתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Page 237. If people fall, can they not also rise? If they break away, can they not return? The stork in the sky knows when to migrate. The dove and the swallow know the season of return. What human instinct knows the time to turn back? What cue sparks the conscience of the soul? We pray to sense this day anew, attuned to the call of sacred living. Page 240.
לשמחה על שפת הים, יחד למודו וימלכו ויאמרו, אדוני לא לעולם גואל. ים פאפה ביבימה, יא בבא בימבם, יא פאפה ביבימה, יא בבא בימבם, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בימבם, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בימבם. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופתחנו מכה, יהודה וישראל. גו עלינו, אדוני צבאות שמו, כתוב ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל Israel.
Page 243. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. As the fish gives himself to the sea, as the bird gives herself to the air, so may we give ourselves to you. We continue with Tefillah on page 242. Please rise. Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufia Gita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, V'Elohei Avotenu, V'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, V'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, V'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hadibur V'Norah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zoher Chastei Abot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahavat, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Makim, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol, Atah Rav Le'oshia, Morid Hatah, Mechakel Hayim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Ravim, Zomei Novlim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umechayei Emunato, Vishenei Afar, Michamo Chapa Al Givurot, Umido Melah, Melech Neimit, Umechayei, Umatzmicha Yeshua, V'Iman Atah V'Hayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol.
Nekadesh et shika ba'olam, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב יד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מדיר שבחה בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. כתוב אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומקינו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישביענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור,
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד לך.
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד לך. ולנצח תצחק, קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו, מאבינו לא ימוש, לעולם, לעולם ועד. Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador, Nagigo Lecha. Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador,
Le Dorvador, Le Dorvador,
Nagigo Lecha.
La 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 la,
La 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 la, la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. To all generations, we declare your greatness, and for all eternity, proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. We continue on the top of page 250 with a joyful song for Shabbat. And if you can only sing one word, Shabbat. Everybody say Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Right? The Sabbath. Then you can sing along. Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Mekadeshe Shavi. Here's your chance. Shabbat. Everybody do that. Shabbat. Shabbat. Chemdat. Yavi. Otokarata. Shabbat. Yismechu v'malekutecha. Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat V'hashvihi Ratzitabo v'kidashto Shabbat Chemdat Yaviv Otokarata Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat. Now repeat after me. Zecher Lema'aseh Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat, Shabbat Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat.
Page 255. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you. In this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, shodcha levadcha bi'ira na'avod. Page 256. Together, we acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, shodcha levadcha bi'ira, atov l'shimcha lecha na'eh lehodot. Pardon me. Page 258, a prayer of peace.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Kein b'chesed, kein b'chesed v'rachamim. Kein b'chesed, kein b'chesed v'rachamim, v'rachamim. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. We take a few moments for silent reflection. Ratzon imre fi, Yihul ratzon imre fi, V'higyu libi lepanecha, Adonai tzuri v'gavali. Oh, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable before you. O God, my rock and my redeemer. Oseh shalom b'mromah, Hu ya'aseh shalom avinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
I think the students and teachers feel it even more than parents, maybe principals as well, and classrooms around our country. But the camp season is approaching, summer vacation is approaching, because school seasons are nearing an end. In the Torah portion that Shayna will be reading from this morning, Parshat Bamidbar, the beginning of the book of Numbers, though not the very first chapter, we'll hear in Numbers chapter 4, verse 5, Binsoa Hamachaneh. It's translated in the book as at the breaking of the camp, but it really means as the camp began to journey forward, as the people began to move forward from whatever the problems and the issues were, settled in each place they were in, settled in the school year, if you will. They began to move forward to new journeys along the way till they will settle again. It didn't neatly fit within June to September in ancient times. Rashi, 1,000 years ago, looking at this text that predates him by more than 1,000 years, Rashi observed that when the camp broke, at the breaking of the camp, Mitzoa Machaneh, meant when the cloud departed. When Rashi in this verse is talking about, seen in the Torah, a reference to a cloud, he doesn't mean the clouds we've been experiencing for the last several days of endless rain. He means the Torah's assertion that wherever the people of Israel, on their journey from Egypt to the promised land of Israel, wherever they camped, God's cloud, God's presence would settle upon them. And that when they would set off on their journey, God's cloud, God's presence would lead them on the way. Our ancestors felt so sure of God's instruction and God's concern and connection to them that it was as if they were surrounded by a fog, by cloud, literally, physically sensing God's presence. I would suggest today, as we hear Shayna read Torah and then interpret Torah, that we not get lost in ancient details of counts and camps breaking, who live apparently in more settled times and places. I would acknowledge that we hear and read and study the Torah from a different perspective, a somewhat more distant perspective, not as sure and clear about God's concern in our lives. This evening begins actually a Jewish holiday, the holiday of Shavuot. We'll be celebrating our confirmation class in our 10th grade, but this evening and tomorrow we'll also be celebrating our ancestors' embrace of Torah, even though they, after the closing of the Torah and its story, even as they did not necessarily feel as confident in the message and God's concern as the people described in the Torah. The rabbis who associate Shavuot, this holiday, with embracing Torah and God's concern were even a bit less sure than the people who came a few generations before them. As we hear these words today, no matter what faith we are, no matter why we are sitting here this morning celebrating together with Shayna, may we contemplate how we can feel a bit closer to that which is holy in this world. And as we look back at ancient people who did so with such confidence, may we hope that a bit of that confidence that God is with us brushes off as well. And so now, as we prepare to pass the Torah from generation to generation, and to bring this symbol of our covenant joyously into the congregation, as our bat mitzvah accepts this scroll, yes?
Yes.
Good. And shares its message this Shabbat, so may she embrace her Jewish identity, our traditions, quest for knowledge, and the responsibility to care for the world and for humanity. May God bless our bat mitzvah and her family. Shayna Rose Alter, daughter of Michelle and Elliot Alter. My apologies for my office.
Shayna Rose.
I didn't get it wrong. I'm just reading it. It's the only time I ever use middle names. Shayna Alter, we'll play it safe. Daughter of Michelle and Elliot Alter. Granddaughter of Linda and Harvey Workstell. Sandra and Stanley Pfeiffer. Colin and Hildy Alter. Great-granddaughter of Gertrude Workstell. Sister of Nathan, Allie, and Olivia. As we invite her grandparents and parents to the Bima, and we turn to page 367 to be followed by page 366.
I'd like to invite Aunt Marcy and Uncle Joel for the honor of opening and closing the ark.
Please rise.
Shlosha divarim, shlosha divarim, shlosha divarim, halam omeid. Shlosha divarim, shlosha divarim. Shlosha divarim, halam omeid. HaTorah ve'ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. HaTorah ve'ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Le dor vador, le dor vador, le dor vador, nagid god lecha, ule netzach netzakim, ule netzach netzakim, kedushatecha naqdish. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'am Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim. Adonai Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadelu Adonai iti Uneromema Shemo Yachdav Lecha Adonai HaGedulah VaGevurah VaTiferet VaNetzach VaHod Ki Chol Bashamayim Va'aretz Ki Chol Bashamayim Va'aretz Lecha Adonai HaMamlacha V'Yavit Na'aseh L'chol L'rosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu Lehar Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu Lehar Kodsho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu Lehar Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramanu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramanu. Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho.
Please be seated. Good, get that position nicely. Let me thank Olivia for undressing the Torah there. Almost forgot that. Shayna will be reading, as I said, from Parshat Midbar, the very beginning, the first portion rather, in the book of Numbers. She's chosen to read from a couple of chapters in your red book, in the Chumash, you'll find where she's reading, beginning on page 1042, Numbers chapter 4, verse 5. And we have, as you see, her grandparents on the bima for the first Torah blessing for the first Aliyah. Come close. Come around here. Come around here. Come this side. Come close.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Which one is it? Amen. Uva Aharon Uvanav Min Soa Hamahane V'horidu Et Parochet Hamatzah V'hisuva Et Aaron Ha'edut V'natnu Alav Kisui or Tahash Uvarsu Beged Kilil Tichelet Milmala V'samu Badav Ve'al Shulhan Hapanim Yifrsu Beged Tichelet V'natnu Alav Etake arot, v'etakapot, v'etaminakiyot, v'et kisot, hanase, v'lehem, hatamid, alav yihyeh, ufarsu alehem, beged tolat shani, v'hisu oto, v'michse, or tahash, V'samu et badav.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torat emet. V'chayei olam ata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Even on a celebratory day like today, we recognize that there are those in our communities, our families, and our lives in need of healing. And so we say, Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu, may the one who blessed our ancestors bring blessing and refuah shlema, smooth healing for them as well. Nathaniel Agan, Eileen Kupfer Askin, Evelyn Beller, Jan Brink, Sheila Buff, Lillian Cahill, Lucy Kaplan, Douglas Carton, Andrea Cornelius, Bobby David, Yocheved Miriam Bat Avraham Va'elka, Jean Fink, Stanley Foster, Claire Goldstein, Lori Grosbean, Carol Haynes, Bernard Katz, Neri Kobin, Marcy Levenstein, Nachum Yisrael Ben Yeshua Meir, Sheshendel Rachel, Barbara Resnick, Jonathan Robbins, Matt Ragosin, Whitey Schwartz, Mary Schiller, Myra Sonnenfeld, Phil Sticka, Helen Streimer, Theodore Salzberg, James Swagler, Leslie Waldman, Emma Weinstein, Leonard Weiss, and Warren Yuspa. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Praised are you, O source of healing. Amen.
Amen.
For our second aliyah, our second blessing, let me invite up Michelle and Elliot to also share some words of blessing for Shayna and also Nathan and Ali as well.
Hi, Shay. How you doing? So, Shay, we get to say that we are so proud of you. You have worked really hard. You have the Shayna way of doing things. For most kids, we have to push and set goals for them. From day one, you chose to embrace it, and you told us what your schedule is going to be, and you made it so that nothing got in your way to learn. And we hope that you continue to explore Judaism and make this part of your life as long as you live, and have a good time doing it. We're very proud of you. Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Here. Amen. Belaku beged tichelet vehisu et minorat hamaor viet neroteha viet malkaheha viet matoteha viet kokile shamna asher yeshartula bahem v'natnu ota viet kokelecha el misei or tahash v'natnu al hamot ve'al mizbah hazahav yifursu beged tichelet v'hisu oto b'michsei or tahash v'samu et badav v'lakhu et kokele hasharet asher yeshartu bam bakodesh v'natnu el beged tichelet v'hisu otam b'michsei or tahash v'natnu al hamot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tilhenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Oh, how sweet.
And for our third and final aliyah, Shayna will bless Torah and continue to chant it as well.
Tanot habakura bat mitzvah chaya brucha Esther bat Michael Eliyav Makal Zaisel la Torah.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'dishnu et tamizbeah ufarsu alav beged argaman v'natnu alav et kol kelav asher yishartu alav bahem et tamatot et tamizlagot v'etayim v'etamizrakot kol kelei hamizbeah ufarsu alav kesui or tahash v'samu v'adav v'hila aharonu v'anav l'chasot et hakodesh v'et kol kelei hakodesh b'insoa hamahaneh v'aharechen Yavo b'nei kehat v'aseit v'lo yigeu el hakodesh v'ametu ele masa b'nei kehat v'ohel moed ufkudat Elazar ben Aharon hakohen shemen hamaor uktoret hatamim uminhat hatamid v'shemen hamisha Pikudat, Kol Hamishan, V'hasherbo, B'kodesh, U'kelav.
The translation of all the Torah that was just chanted is as follows.
At the breaking of camp, Aaron and his sons shall go in and take down the screening curtain and cover the ark of the pact with it. They shall lay a covering of dolphin skin over it and spread a cloth of pure blue on top, and they shall put its poles in place. Over the table of display, they shall spread a blue cloth. They shall place upon it the bowls, the ladles, the jars, and the libation jugs, and the regular bread shall rest upon it. They shall spread over these a crimson cloth, which they shall cover it with a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put the poles in place. They shall take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand for lighting, with its lamps, its tongs, and its fire pans, as well as all the oil vessels that are used in its service. They shall put it and all its furnishings into a covering of dolphin skin, which they shall then place on a carrying frame. Next, they shall spread a blue cloth over the altar of gold and cover it with a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put its poles in place. They shall take all the service vessels with which the service in the sanctuary is performed, put them into a blue cloth, and cover them with a covering of dolphin skin, which they shall then place on a carrying frame. They shall remove the ashes from the copper altar and spread a purple cloth over it. Upon it, they shall place all the vessels that are used in its service, the fire pans, the flesh hooks, the scrapers, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and over it they shall spread a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put its poles in place. When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sacred objects and all the furnishings of the sacred objects at the breaking of camp, only then shall the Kohathites come and lift them, so that they do not come in contact with the sacred objects and die. These things in the tent of meeting shall be the porterage of the Kohathites. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Let me invite Shayna's cousins Brandon and Morgan Alter up to dress the Torah. Please rise. You're good.
Hashem Moshe, Livnei Yisrael, Al Pi Adonai v'ad
So let's hold that crinkling for a moment. Not yet. Please be seated. Let me thank also Juliana for helping undress the Torah. Excellent work. She was fully part of that. So let me repeat my request. We'll get to that. But the crinkling, which is not rain falling on the roof at the moment, if we can rest careful with the things, place them in our laps or something. We're going to turn to our Haftorah now.
Today's Haftorah comes from the book of Hosea, on page 1255, beginning with verse 20. Appropriate for this day, maybe. These words are often said at a wedding.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar bin v'im tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'Torah u'Moshe Abdo u'Yisrael Amo u'Vinvieh ha'emet b'tzedek. V'harati lahem berit bayom hahu im hayat hasadeh ve'im ov hashamayim ve'remes ha'adama ve'keshet ve'herev u'milhama eshbor min ha'aret ve'hishkavtim laveta ve'erasti li le'olam ve'erasti li be'tzedek u'mishpat u'chesed u'vrachamim ve'erasti li be'emunah ve'yada'at et Adonai.
And the translation.
On that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, birds of the air, and with creeping things on the ground. I will remove the bow, the sword, and the war from the land, and make them lie down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness and justice, in steadfast love and compassion. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you shall know the Eternal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol haolamim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber umkayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek all haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lekavod u'tifaret all hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la umevarhim ota Yikdusha v'imha v'kol hai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh hashabbat.
A few words of explanation and instruction. Excellent. There is a tradition among some families and communities of showering sweetness upon a bar bat mitzvah at a moment of celebration of such a day. That's what the candy's about, but two rules of thumb for this to work effectively and appropriately. One, we're not trying to hurt anyone. You're simply lightly showering there. And the second is that part of the practice as well is that children who have not yet become bar or bat mitzvah, and let's include all of Shayna's friends who don't have b'nai mitzvah scheduled themselves either, after the candy's been thrown, it's your job to come get the candy, and that part, you don't throw it a second time, you get to eat it, right? So if younger kids need a little assistance from parents or an older bodyguard getting some of that candy, that's part of what it's about as well. And so we all say mazel tov to our bar mitzvah by showering her in sweetness.
I'm gonna catch one.
And I wasn't kidding about coming to get the candy. Please help our janitorial staff. Go for it, Juliana.
How much do you grab? I'm so confused.
Okay, then you take the candy back to your seats. You eat it back at your seats.
Did I just hit somebody? Did I just hit you? No, I was close though.
Shayna, stay here. David, you want one piece? You good? They get you? Let's pull that out. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. It's picking you up fine. Don't worry. You're more than welcome.
Got it.
So good. Oh, settle them back down. And so, in addition to leading us in prayer and beautifully chanting Torah and Haftarah, Shayna's also prepared her own Devar Torah, her own understanding of this Torah portion and this day.
My Torah portion is Bamidbar from Numbers. Bamidbar translates to mean in the wild. In my portion, the Torah discusses the tabernacle, which is a place of safety for the Israelites. All of the Israelites worked together to use their resources to create their safe spot. Families were assigned to different roles to make sure everything got done. This way, the Israelites had their spot of safety and also a place for prayer and worship. Some resources they used were the plants and animals around them. I was very surprised to learn that they even used dolphin skins. This is important because it is one of the many resources that the Jewish people used that was easily available. Who knew? Dolphins in the desert. It was essential that everyone participate, understand their roles, and utilize everyday materials to create something holy and sacred. Along with reading the Torah as a part of my bat mitzvah, it is customary to complete a mitzvah project. A mitzvah project is a good deed benefiting the community. I chose to do a couple of mitzvah projects, 2 smaller and 1 larger, that continued throughout the year leading up to my bat mitzvah. My first project was to raise over $500 for the people that were impacted by Hurricane Harvey. Even though this was not my local community, it is still important to help people in other communities, even ones hundreds of miles away. I would like to say thank you to all of those who donated and helped make this possible. For my second project, I filled boxes with toys and activities to send to needy children for the holidays. My projects assisted the communities in different ways. They both helped the people in the community feel safe. For the people affected by Hurricane Harvey, we were able to provide some of the resources that they may have lost. For the children, they received gifts that they wouldn't have otherwise gotten around the holidays, and it helped them feel happy and cared for, even by people they didn't know. As my Torah portion illustrated, it takes many families to support each other in building a safe and nurturing society. Finally, I routinely volunteer at the Baltimore Humane Society. I spend my time helping out with cats, kittens, and small animals. Since these animals don't have homes, I enjoy giving them care and attention. Getting to socialize with them now, even some that my family members are allergic to, has been a great experience for me. My dad and I have gone in early on weekend mornings to help clean their cages and also spend time playing with them. I would like to say thank you to my dad for bringing me most weekends. It has been fun doing this together. We have been volunteering almost weekly since August 2017. As I said earlier, the Tabernacle was a safe spot for the Jewish people. Baltimore Humane Society is similar in that it is a no-kill shelter and a safe place for the animals to stay until they find their forever home. Each week when we go back, more animals come in, but many have left because they get adopted. All of the volunteers, along with the many generous donations, create a place of safety. As a volunteer, the animals bring me happiness. I am sure they bring joy to their adopting families. This is truly a community that supports each other no matter what their role is. As many of you know, I have been a vegetarian most of my life, and animals are very special to me. When I get older, I hope to combine this passion with others and make a living in a way that I can make a bigger impact on animal communities. I would like to say thank you to all my friends and family for celebrating this special day with me. It has taken a lot of hard work, but with all your support, I was successful. First, my mom and dad for driving me everywhere, making me food, and always supporting me. Next, my siblings, Nathan, Allie, and Olivia, for always annoying me but making me laugh too. Even you, Allie, for making me get your coffee ice cream every night. I would like to also say thanks to Candace Sachs for working with me all year and being flexible with our crazy schedule. Thank you to Rabbi Bush for helping me along the way, even helping me write this speech. I would like to thank my other Hebrew school teachers, Brad, school teachers, and swim coaches for always supporting me and encouraging me to do my best. Thank you to my dog Milo for always being there for Snuggles. Finally, thank you to all my friends from school, swim, and Baltimore Hebrew for being there for me and also celebrating this special day. I would like to say happy birthday to Luke, Cooper, and Casey, and all the other May birthdays. Once again, thank you all for coming. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Do that organized. You want to put it back in order? It's impressive. Glad I haven't seen it in a long time. We need to get the pages back in order there. That's right. Toss it in there. Shayna,
Yes.
we're ready? We're good?
Yes.
Despite all the attention today, the media ended up at Preakness or the royal wedding, not here at Baltimore Hebrew with us. That I think you're okay with. I also, as I privately observed last night, think over the last several days and today, it's been wet enough that you probably could be swimming simultaneously here with leading us in prayer. But I think all those things actually connect. The drive, the focus, the ability to practice towards something that is part of swimming was part of getting ready for today, part of learning and practicing and being ready. Your ability to do that, not only if it's about a competition, because today is not, but about achieving something and being part of a community and following in a family tradition and a tradition of your people, that is what is all today is all about. And in your nature, it is very enjoyable and personable to teach and study with you. Cantor Sachs and I have commented on this with one another. Your ability to, frankly, switch synagogues from Temple Emmanuel to Baltimore Hebrew as we all came together. Your ability to juggle a schedule and be in different places at different times and yet manage to stay focused. Your ability to learn. All of that is about getting to today, and hopefully it's about what takes you forward in life and in Jewish life as well. Being able to focus on projects, being able to learn about your tradition, and being able to use that knowledge, that excitement, not only for yourself and to be able to celebrate with those around you, but to be able to help the world and the community as well. And so it's been our honor to study with you and to learn from you and with you. And even more so, it's our hope and honor to learn from you and watch you as you grow forward from here as well. With those words in mind, we're going to take you a little closer to your family with words actually that we bless you from next week's Torah portion, offering you blessings from the Torah. Please rise. May God bless you and keep you. May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God's presence shine upon you and grant you and all you love God's most precious gift of peace. Amen.
Amen.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh. Turn to page 374.
I'd like to invite Aunt Beth and Uncle Seth for the honor of opening and closing the Ark.
We'll wait for them to start. What? Just come with us. Page 586 in the middle. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ויוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיום אדוני ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. And let me thank Juliana again for helping. Page 597. Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. On this Shabbat, we especially remember those whose deaths and funerals have occurred just during the past month: Leonard Schenker, Kevin Kamenetz, Rabbi Aaron Pankin, Stanley Stern, Estelle Dembert, Ann Cohn, Lois Millman, Joshua Rosen, Jerome Wittick, Bernard Lloyd, Mitch Liebskind, Charles Margolis, Stanley Frank, Craig Pierce, Joseph Felser, Howard Nelson, Harold Gilbert, Eunice Dubin, Elaine Schaefer, Robert Binder, and Michael Plotkin. We announce with sorrow the passing of our congregant Marvin Sakin, who will be laid to rest on Tuesday, and the passing of Shoshana Carden, who will also be laid to rest on Tuesday. Our sincere condolences to their families. And we mark the following yurtzites, anniversaries of a death, which have been requested to be read from the Bima: Isaac Bloom, Charles Brown, Molly Carton, Sophia Cohn, Nathan Deutsch, Shirley Eisman, Peter Eisner, David Feldman, Marion Feldman, Goldie Ferber, Bernard Feustman, Edwin Fink, Reuben Phlox, Rose Friedman, Shirley Gold, Esther Goldberg, Rose Goldsmith, Hortense Hahn, Abraham Hampman, Morton Horwitz, Abraham Kravitz, Audrey Krieger, Fanny Levy, Fanny Lawson, Mark Marks, Robert Middleman, Nathan Raskin, Ruth Rayfeld, Clara Retsky, William Rosenthal, Betty Sachs, Alfred Sider, Nathan Shackman, Edith Shapiro, Molly Chevelle, Lenora Spahn, Sadie Stein, Leonard Weinberg, Paul Weiner, Edward Weisberg, Irvin Weisberg, Boris Yaffe, and Samuel Zlotowitz. As we remember them and all we've loved and lost, we turn to page 598 to praise God's name. I'd like to invite any who are in mourning or marking a yurtzeit to please rise first. And I invite you to rise together with as a congregation in sacred community, as is our practice. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra kirutei v'almik malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dekol Beit Yisrael, bagalav izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya, Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, Leila minkol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May there be peace and life for us, for all Israel, and for all humanity. And may the source of peace grant peace and comfort to all who mourn. And let us say, amen. Please be seated. It's my pleasure to invite to the Bima David Beller, member of Baltimore Hebrew Congregation and past president of Temple Emmanuel, to make some presentations to Shayna. I'll get the way.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov, Shayna.
Thank you.
We are thrilled to be celebrating with you this Shabbat, and I'm honored to be able to share in your family's joy. The Board of Electors of the Baltimore Hebrew Congregation congratulates you and your family. To celebrate this achievement, I have a few presentations to make. They're in the bag, and the rabbis told me to leave them in the bag, so that's where they will stay. From the youth education program, your own copy of the Bible, so that you will always have one on your bookshelf. From the Parents Association, Shabbat candlesticks to use with the Kiddush cup, given to you by the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood, which you used last night. From the North American Federation of Temple Youth, a gift certificate, which will help you participate in a nifty high school trip to Israel. BHC hopes that you will continue your Jewish education in grades 8 through 12. May your Judaism and your place within this congregation always be a source of strength for you.
Thank you. Okay, what?
Oh, okay. Okay.
David, you can keep going.
Okay. Tonight at 7 p.m. is our Shavuot confirmation service. Then join Rabbi Bush for a study session beginning at 8:30 p.m. The topic will be exploring the Ten Commandments. On Sunday at 8 a.m., join us for our Shavuot sunrise service, followed by a light breakfast, and at 6:30 Sunday evening, celebrate at Shavuot Scoop with ice cream, inflatables for kids, and Scoop Bingo. Additional information may be found in your supplement, BHC's bulletin, the website, and the weekly email. Special thanks to Harvey and Alvin for ushering this morning. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, David. We turn to page 643 for our closing song.
647, I'm sorry.
We turn to page 647, second song from the bottom of the page. Please rise. Shalom b'Roma, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael ve'yimeru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'Roma, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru Amen. Let me invite Shayna back up to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi, along with Michelle and Elliot and her siblings as well. What's the big cup or the little cup? You're not the only one having trouble deciding. Lots of trouble deciding that. Okay, go ahead. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Take a sip. Ali, show it up back in time. And hold it up high, Ali. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Motzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Bruchim atem b'vorechem, bruchim atem b'tzeitechem. You were blessed as you came here today. May we be blessed as we depart together. Shabbat Shalom. What?
No.
You don't say things.
She didn't do enough of me.
Shabbat Shalom.
Elliot.
Shayna Mazel Tov. Again.
What a pleasure.
They're all waiting. They gotta move in here. She's directing traffic.
She's telling everybody.
Go, direct them.
so fun. She's so confident.
She is. She is. She's amazing. She's amazing. Just
Thank you very much.
shades of good things to come, right? Right? Oh my gosh. Thank you. And don't forget her bag of goodies. Somebody's got to be a klepper here.
You looked the wrong way. I'm sorry.
He did, I noticed that.
I realized, yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Eventually I'll get it right.
Well, you've only been here 2 years.